There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Jokic is out there with Dario Saric, and it's Porter at the 3 spot.
A rapid-fire release by Levine on them.
Knocked away and stolen by Murray. Pass to Ellis. The kick out to Crowder. Levine, a screen on Porter. Now here's Levine. On the wing, Ellis. He's covered by Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ellis can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Saric with the screen for Jokic. And Jokic slings it in.
Yeah, speed is not the weapon of choice that Jokic goes to. It's his skill, and then he understands those angles.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Pass to Murray. Back to Jokic. Tries yet again. He lays it in.
Yeah, boxing out Jokic is easier said than done, especially when he's sniffing out rebounds.
Crowder sets a screen for Sabonis. Crowder finds Levine. From 8, the kick out to Crowder. Ellis with a screen on Porter. Crowder from outside. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic, that's a 2-pointer. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And here's Jokic after the 3-pointer from Zach LaVine. Pass to Brown. Another 3 for Denver.
And that's what he's known for, right? His ability to scan the floor and find open guys.
Wide open look here for Murray, and another 3 for Sacramento.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triples.
Sabonis kicks to LaVine. Murray outside. Sabonis inside. Jokic defending. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Murray.
Now, this is where Sabonis can play tricks. He's got every move at his disposal.
Jokic, he gets that one. Jokic has got 11.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Brown. From deep. And Sabonis pulls it down. Outside, Levine. Pass to Ellis. Fires the three. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. For Denver, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Well, Jamal Murray at his size, the one impressive thing that stands out to me is that he will willingly go right at the defense.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 11. And it's Murray penetrating. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Ellis with the screen for Murray. On the wing, Ellis. The 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. Score. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
Monk on the wing. He's paired with DeRozan. Trey Lyles out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Fultz in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Here's Valanciunas, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Second team foul.
Denver on D, leading by 5.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
This is Westbrook just being an ultra competitor. He gets in there and the defense has nothing to do.
Valanciunas finds DeRozan. Pass to Fultz. Kings moving the ball around. No good on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 5. To the left side wing. Watson for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the Kings. On the wing, Monk. Pass to Fultz. For 3. Lyles no good. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Watson. Westbrook's got his second bucket of the game to go.
strong move there. Russell getting his feet in the paint, and he can taste two.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Wiles. Pass to Watson. Here's Najee, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Monk dishes to Valanciunas. Fultz with the ball. Still without a basket. He doesn't hit that one.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Watson, the pass to Najee. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. The Kings trail by 6. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Wiles. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Right side, Westbrook. To the middle. Watson's shot is off. Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Now, here's Watson. Launches a 3. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Again, the miss by the Kings. The Nuggets leading by 9. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Drills it from outside.
Nice job by Russell just not forcing anything on that play.
Sacramento's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Pass to Wiles to stop the run. Strother grabs the miss.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Stolen. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Watson for 3. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Watson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And so it's Denver. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their work from beyond the arc. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Second half is underway. Here's who Michael Malone's got on the floor. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Jokic is out there with Dario Saric, and it's Murray in at the point guard. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, "My potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by." Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Another miss by Jokic. The Kings trail by 14. Murray a screen on Saric. Levine, good.
And running the pick and roll to perfection there. Much easier to execute when you have a handle like Levine.
Out to Saric. Back to Jokic from downtown. Jokic lets it fly from outside.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Good work there as it goes. Brown's got 5 now.
Jokic taking initiative on defense, showing he has those hands on that end of the floor as well.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Jokic throws it down.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And showing some creativity. Murray smooth and lethal.
Sacramento foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Jokic, 18 points for him.
Get there, get there.
It's Jokic inside.
And I think Jokic has decided, I'm going to take over this game scoring-wise. I don't know how you say that in Serbian, but trust me.
For 3, Murray. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Poked loose. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference, you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
You just look at how smooth that shot is from Porter Jr. From range, he knows what he's doing.
For 3, Murray. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got his 5th assist in this one.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
And it's sent back by Sabonis. The offensive rebound. Murray kicks to Jokic. Pass to Saric. And slam dunk by Saric.
The defense not putting up much of a fight as Saric gets to the rim.
And here's Levine who brings it up for the King. Levine sets the screen for Ellis. And again, it's Sacramento converted. Here's Murray. 7 points in the game. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, Porter. Saric, right side. Offline with his 3. The Kings trail by 18. Here's Murray. And good that time. 10 points for Keegan Murray.
Well, he's so agile at that wing position. The defense has to keep an eye on where Murray is in transition.
Ellis, the pass to Sabonis. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Lyles checked in for Keegan Murray. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Crowder. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Levine. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Ellis. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the Nuggets can't hang on to the ball.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nuggets. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Fultz.
How about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need
to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Nuggets. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Monk on the wing. He's paired with DeRozan. Lyles out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Fultz in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Lyles. The tray, and it's Gordon missing. The Kings shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%.
Oh, that's a terrific dime from DeRozan, and this is why guys enjoy playing with him.
Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas, and Jordan sends it back.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
And here's Gordon from outside. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Gordon's got 5 points now this quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Watson, that's for 2. And Denver again with the bucket. The Kings trail by 17. DeRozan for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Watson. There's the 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. There's Lyles. And nothing is falling for him right now. Denver leading by 17. High post, Jordan. Lyles there. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
For Sacramento, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Crowder not hesitating on the offensive end.
Pass to Brown. Outside for Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Crowder with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance. Buries it from 3-point range.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
They've done very, very well in transition. The problems have come in other areas. That's why they're trailing.
And Jokic slams it in.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Denver.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jokic.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Murray outside. Near the 3-point line, it's Ellis. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And boy, Murray just understands the game. Everything looks like it comes easy to him, including making plays for others.
Here's Jokic. Rebound by the Kings. Crowder dishes to Levine. And stolen by Watson. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jokic against Levine. Pass to Gordon. Rebounded by Ellis. The deep three from Murray. Can't connect. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Thank you for that, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Brandon Ingram out there with Grady Dick. Then there's Barnes. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Mobo in at the 4. 6 to shoot. Murray passes to Levine. Murray, a screen on Ingram. Here's Levine for 3. Drops in the 3.
Levine's form is pure. That three-point shot is pretty.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to speak with the head coach of the Kings for a minute, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And here's Ingram outside. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Now here's Crowder. To the middle. It's intercepted. And here they come. Here's Mobo. Finished off the break.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. I love it.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Oh, it's stolen. Ellis passes to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Oh, what a finish by Zach LaVine. Off his feet in a hurry, folks.
Ingram against Levine. Poeltl with a screen on Levine. Ingram. Second chance effort. Poeltl with the bucket.
This team loves it when Poeltl can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get his points, but this is an easy one.
Now here's Crowder. Pass to Ellis. From outside the arc. Rebound Toronto. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Ingram with a screen on Crowder. Outside for Ingram. Here's the 3. The shot off. That time. And here's Sabonis. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Trailing by 2. Here's Levine for 3. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Ellis, good. 1:50 left in the first quarter here. Crowder against Ingram. Pass to Mobo. The ball's knocked loose. Levine with a steal. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Now, Zach LaVine wants to score it, and if you play with contact, he has no problem embracing that.
Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Crowder with a screen. Murray passes to Levine. Back to Murray. On the wing, Levine. 5 on the clock. On the take. They kick it out to Murray. Shoots over Barnes. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
Great defense. Can't let guys get open looks inside the arc.
Pass to Ingram. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Fires the 3. Tries again. Poeltl with the bucket.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Levine against Barnes. Outside Levine. Pass to Sabonis. They kick it out to Murray. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Here's Mobo. He's guarded by Sabonis. And here's Ingram outside. The shot, no good. Zach LaVine. He's been the guy making things happen for the Kings. He put together 10. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Sacramento?
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Perimeter is filled up by Monk and DeRozan. Trey Lyles is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Fultz in at point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Abaji. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Here's Barrett. Over DeRozan. Outside for Boucher. Puts up a 3. Hits the trifecta. Battle's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Monk passes to Fultz. Pass to Lyles. They get the rebound. DeRozan a screen from behind the arc. Knocks down the triple. Lyles has got 5 now.
Well, you love to see the intelligent basketball being played by Valanciunas, not just thinking about his own offense, but creating for his guys.
Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Outside for Fultz. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And the Kings have held tough, but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Here's Quickly with the drive. Pass to Abaji. Quickly with a screen on Monk. Here's the floater. Back to Quickly. Second shot opportunity. Buries the jump shot. Quickly's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
DeRozan looks it over. Shot is up. Quickly with a rebound.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Boucher. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
And for Boucher, to me, it's about taking his time inside. When he does that, he's very effective.
Here's DeRozan. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few 3-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Back to Quickly. Takes it inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Lyles' shot is good.
Markelle Fultz trying to be a better floor general, on time and on target. Do that consistently.
Here's Barrett to the left wing. Here's Battle. Out left to the wing. They set the pick. Here's Abaji. From outside, off the mark. Sacramento leading by 4. Here's DeRozan. Outside Monk. Back to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Here's Boucher, and finished off by Boucher.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Outside for Fultz. Oh, he tries a 3. And another Sacramento 3.
Whenever Fultz is in a catch-and-shoot situation, you know he can't wait for that ball to find his hands.
Here's Abaji. Outside for Boucher. Lets the 3 fly. Hits a 3-pointer. Boucher's got 7 points for the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected.
Oh, what a move! DeRozan! Unbelievable!
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played, and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And so it's the Sacramento Kings leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Back after this. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Zach LaVine with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Jakob Poeltl, Grady Dick out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Barnes, and it's Mobo in at the 4. Outside LaVine. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Crowder inside, covered by Ingram. Crowder, the pass to Ellis. Back to Crowder. It's stolen by Ingram. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And Barnes with a basket. The assist by Ingram. Barnes has got 5 points.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you.
I think this guy's a threat to throw it down every time Poeltl gets his hands on the ball. This guy has tremendous size and takes advantage.
Crowder finds LaVine. Crowder a screen on Barnes. Out to Sabonis. Clock at 4. Murray for 3. Poeltl grabs a miss. Poeltl's got rebound number 5 here tonight. After their title in 2019, the Raptors have struggled to stay among the league's elite scores.
Well, think about it, B.A. The driver of that title success was Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry. Both of those players are gone. Very hard to replace players of that caliber. Almost inevitable they were going to take a step back.
LaVine with a screen on Ingram. Good chance here for Crowder. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
I like how Jay Crowder gets squared up on these shots. He doesn't rush. He's got really good form.
Ingram. Basket's good. Ingram's got 5 points now this quarter.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Levine tenacious inside.
Levine cooking right now, and if I'm the defense, I'm trying to make sure I knock him off balance.
Here's Dick. There's the drive. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Fires in the triple. Ingram's got 11 points.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
On the wing, Murray. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Ellis. Crowder with a screen. Offensive board. Outside for Levine. Levine in. Oh!
Elite athleticism. Levine able to go up, take the hit, and convert.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Sabonis. Lyles comes in for Murray. DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Crowder. And it's Markelle Fultz in for Ellis.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Monk, he's checked in for the Kings. Here's Lyles. And another miss by Sacramento. Toronto leading by 5. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Buries it from 3. Barrett's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Monk. The shot is good. Fultz making the play.
Well, Markelle Fultz doing a little bit of orchestration right there. Nice pass.
Barrett into the lane. Over to the left wing. The 3 is up. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for Toronto. And that quarter was all. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Perimeter is filled up by Monk and DeRozan. Jonas Valanciunas out there with Trey Lyles. And it's Fultz in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And the foul called on Markelle Fultz. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Pass to Battle. Back to Quickly. There's a screen.
Well, you love disrupting the shooter. Markelle Fultz being dogged on the defensive end.
Here's DeRozan. Outside Monk. To tie it up. Kicks it to DeRozan. The 3. Outside Monk. And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Tries yet again. Fultz passes to Lyles. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we've talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Here's quickly. Pass to Abaji. And here's Boucher. 4-3. Rebounded by Lyles. The Kings have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Outside Monk. Here's Lyles. And he misses the go-ahead basket. DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. Outside Monk. Three-pointer, no good.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Knocks it loose. Pass to Battle. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
And it's Fultz off the drive. Here's Lyles. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And the Kings going with a whole new group out there. Toronto leading by 3. Barnes passes to Ingram. Let's go with a 3. They got the rebound. Pirtle with the bucket.
How about they look to Pirtle in a critical stretch, and he comes through. The pressure bringing out his best.
Levine against Barnes. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Sabonis. The Kings making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining.
Dick, the pass to Ingram. The 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Basket counts.
Listen, we know that Crowder's work ethic is tremendous. So in these opportunities, he's ready.
Here's Lobo, covered by Crowder. Beyond the arc. And again, Toronto, no good. Kings trail by 3. Ellis passes to Crowder. It's stolen by Barnes. Up top, Dick. And the ball out of play. The Kings will have it.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
For Sacramento, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the 4th quarter. Here's Levine for 3. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Here's Mobo.
Great work on defense right there. Shooters have to be careful when Murray is lurking nearby.
58 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Valanciunas with a screen on Barnes. Here's Levine. And it's in. And he's tied it up. What a shot.
Big shot with time winding down. Clutch move by Levine.
Ingram. Pass to Mobo. Back to Ingram. Outside Dick. Launches a 3. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Now Levine. Murray, a screen on Barnes. Shot by Levine, no good. Here's Mobo. There's the drive. Yes!
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And so Toronto takes the win.
closely.
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Brandon Ingram's out there with Grady Dick. Then it's Barnes. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Mobo in at the power forward. And it's the Raptors ball. Dick with it. Barnes outside. Back to Dick. Here's Mobo. His three-pointers off the mark. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to catch up with Michael Malone. Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. That's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
All right, thank you, David.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now, here's Jokic. Porter with the screen for Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Shot clock at 5. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
Boy, the coaching staff loves when Porter Jr. takes these kinds of shots. It really helps establish a rhythm for him.
Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. When basketball season is over, he knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure.
Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. When he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his other worldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
Dick passes to Ingram. Here's Dick. He's covered by Murray. Back to Ingram. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Murray finds Jokic. And Barnes sends it back. Pass to Mobo.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the first quarter of the game. Dick wide open. Misses the three. And he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Inside. Cuts off the pass. Here's Pirtle driving inside. That one goes in.
Boy, got to respect Pirtle's aggressiveness. Putting it on the floor and getting the job done on the drive, that's big time.
Jokic passes to Brown. Back to Jokic. And a wide open look for Porter. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Good find from Jokic. Fantastic at getting that rock to teammates on time, on target.
Ingram wide open. A three-pointer, no good. The Nuggets trail by 4. And it's Jokic missing.
Boy, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lead.
Pirtle with a screen on Murray. Dick can't get it to go. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. At the top of the key, Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Gordon's got 5.
Boy, I like the confidence here. Gordon is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot, even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing a play ahead.
Now here's Barnes. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Dick. Clock at 6. Yep, that one goes.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And here's Jokic outside. The shot, no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Raptors. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
We've got Russell Westbrook. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Peyton Watson. And it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. This is his first free throw of the game. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Jordan. And so Boucher nails both of them. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Now, here's Watson. And Watson slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Watson with it. Garrett covering. Watson kicks to Saric. Back to Watson. Screen by Saric. Watson, the pass to Saric, and the shot is good.
Boy, you got to like the calmness with which Saric executed late in the shot clock there. Nicely done.
And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in two-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in three-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
Watson, the kick out to Westbrook. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Watson's shot is good.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Now, quickly. Hasn't made one yet. Got a hand on it. Saric outside. Naji. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Watson for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Watson's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Quickly the pass to Abaji. Going inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on charge. And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
And the Raptors making a change here. Roden's checked in. Watson's shot is off. The Raptors have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Quickly setting the pick for Boucher.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Quickly against Westbrook. And Emmanuel quickly gets the 3. Quickly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Here's Strother. The Raptors getting the bucket. Screen by Saric. got a piece of it. Pass to Strother. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Watson for three. The Nuggets with another miss. Raptors leading by 5. .50 seconds left in the first half. Driving to the basket. Fast break, here they come. Pass to Roden. Barrett with a screen on Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. A shake. And it's blocked. Down low. Back to quickly. Onside, Barrett. Watson for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Watson's got 10 points. Now, here's quickly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Thanks so much, Dane, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. They've got Ingram. He's out there with Grady Dick. Barnes out there with Jakob Poeltl. And it's Mobo in at the 4-man position. Al Gordon after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. Jokic high post. Poeltl's there. He gets it in there. Jokic has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nuggets.
Well, Jokic is such a terrific decision maker. He's brilliant in his skill level, but he also has great vision as a passer.
Now here is Poeltl. Dick with it. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough. Now, Jokic, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. For the lead, a nice shot by Brown. Brown's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Now here is Poeltl. For 3, Ingram sinks the triple. Ingram's got 6 points.
You know, Ingram is somebody you have to watch closely on the perimeter because he's improved his outside shot so much since coming into the league.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
At the line for 2, Nikola Jokic.
And I think when it comes to...
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
So fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
Here's Ingram. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Gordon with the screen for Jokic. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Tell you what, with Jokic, you've got to foul him harder than that. This big fella takes pride in finishing through the defense.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And they go to the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Aji's checked in. Here's Abaji. Pass to Boucher. Now Barrett, just 5 to shoot. And again, Toronto no up.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now, here's Watson. 10 points for him. Trains the three-pointer.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Quickly the pass to Abaji. Boucher with a screen on Westbrook. And the Raptors miss again. The Nuggets now on offense. They're on a 15-5 run. Screen by Saric. Watson for 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Abaji. Here's Boucher, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Takes it inside. Here's Najee. Abaji pulls it in.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Barrett's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Toronto shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Boucher sets a screen for Quickly. No good from the wing. Denver's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Charge inside. Barrett covering. And he banks in the layup. Charge has got his second basket of the game.
Charge knows he has the touch needed to capitalize inside.
Here's the floater. Barrett wide open. He fires. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. From deep three-point territory. Oh, he gets it to go. Wow.
It counts.
Wow. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Peyton Watson is out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Boucher passes to Abaji. Launches it. It's rebounded by Najee. Najee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lets the 3 fly. Strother, no good. Raptors trail by 5. Outside, Barrett. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. To the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Watson the screen. For the 3. And another miss by Denver. The Raptors shooting around 41% on the night. Here's Quickly. Nifty move. Out to the right wing. Boucher finds Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Watson up top. Pass to Sharge. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And slam dunk by Sharge.
You know, once he's in the paint, Sharge is ready to throw it down.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Abaji. Back to quickly. Out left to the wing. To tie it up. Second shot opportunity. Fires from deep. Hits it from three-point range. It's a tie ball game.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Astenaji, this one for three. It's good from long range. Naji's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Westbrook against Quickly. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Sharge gets to Watson. Out to Sharge. Over to the wing. Pass to Strother. Sharge outside. Off target with his three. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Out to Barrett. To take the lead, here's Abaji. And it's quickly in the corner. Here's Roden. And the Raptors hit again from deep. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Pass to Strother. And here's Watson. Here's Abaji to the paint. Onside Barrett. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Dario Saric.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
The shot's good from Quickly. And the Raptors lead by 6.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Shot to stop the run. Money!
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And Denver has possession. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Quickly. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, we...
Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now let's take a look at the Kings opening lineup. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then there's Jay Crowder. And it's Ellis in at the point guard position. And so Sabonis will bring it up for the Kings. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, and Murray makes this look all too easy. Superb at throwing it down with some power.
The drive by Jokic. Porter's shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Crowder finds Murray. Up top, Crowder. Pass to Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. He shoots. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Jokic passes to Brown. Jokic with a screen on LaVine. Back to Jokic. Crowder with a steal. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. And the dunk by LaVine.
Out on the floor, LaVine can really move. He keeps the fast break one step ahead of the defense.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position. But his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
And with how well LaVine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Jokic against Crowder. And the dunk by Jokic.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
At almost 7 feet tall, you got to push Sabonis farther away. When you don't, he just dunks it with ease.
The Nuggets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Jokic. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's LaVine. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Pass to Ellis. Shot clock at 3. Shakes him. It's deflected. And they're able to recover. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Nuggets trail by 5. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Nuggets understand their opportunity. Coach Michael Malone said, we have a special, unique player, and that window is only open for so long. If we want to try and be a dynasty, we need a standard of excellence each and every day, and it's my job to hold the guys accountable. Brian?
Yep, and it starts from the top. He's done it well. Thanks, Allie.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Ellis's shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Well, the defenders stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Coach, another guy that symbolizes the rise of Canadian basketball, Jamal Murray. What an impact he's making.
Yeah, Brian, and I'd say even more than just making an impact. This Canadian guard can actually carry an offense on his own at times.
Driving inside. Sabonis finds LaVine. Sabonis in the post. Working on Jokic. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
We've got 1:23 left in the first. Jokic against Sabonis. Pass to Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Here's Murray, driving in. He's in his comfort zone, 2 for 2 to start this one.
You're roughing Murray up a little in there, but he's built to take punishment and can still deliver.
Saric outside. Oh, they get a hand on it. Puts it up. Porter's shot is off.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Now here's Sabonis. He can't get it to go. Now Jokic. Pass to Saric. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic.
The court awareness on full display. Jokic is such a unique big man.
And here's Crowder from the arc. That shot off the mark. Got it up. No luck on that one. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's Denver. They lead by... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And another thing they've done is look to shoot from the mid-range often. So far, it's really paying off for them.
They've got Russell Westbrook. Aaron Gordon is out there with Zeke Naji. Then it's Peyton Watson. And it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Gordon on the take. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa, Aaron Gordon looking like he's in a slam dunk contest right there. Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Monk against Gordon. That one drops for him. Gordon's gotten his second bucket.
Oh, an explosive finisher. Gordon is also skilled at staying in control and finishing through contact.
And DeRozan gets it to go. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Gordon with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Gordon can't hit.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Pass to Gordon. Tries it from the top of the key. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Gordon's got 6. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
Pass to Strother. This one for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And now a 3-point Nugget lead.
And once Gordon spots an open guy, he immediately moves the ball. Just well-coached offense right there.
DeRozan a screen. Monk passes to DeRozan. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 7.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Watson. Takes a 3. Monk grabs the miss. The Kings have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Back to Fultz. Out to the wing. Valanciunas with a screen on Westbrook. Lyles' shot is good. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Westbrook, the pass to Watson. Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. DeRozan a screen. Fultz passes to DeRozan. They set the pick. Pass to Lyles. Lets it fly. It's rebounded by Najee.
That miss was caused by the defense. They were all over it.
Westbrook. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Westbrook's got his first points in this one.
That's the area on the floor where Westbrook's efficiency scoring the ball is fantastic.
And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first half. Fultz can't get it to go.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Knocks down the long J.
Nice work by Gordon, stretching the floor, opening things up with his range.
Gordon on the wing. 51 seconds left in the first half. Buries it down low.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Valanciunas, good.
I like it. In old school 5, Jonas primarily does his scoring close in.
Here's Gordon. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Lyles. There's Fultz with a 3. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Here's Lyles. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lyles has got 7 points.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
To the paint. Here's Strother. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Blake Monk picks one up. Denver shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line for your Nuggets, Strother.
So he gets them both. Here's Ellis. Good if it goes. Aaron Gordon, he's been the guy making things happen for the Nuggets. 11 points in. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Taking a look at Sacramento. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Jay Crowder. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point. A quick shot there. It's off target. The Nuggets lead by 5. Joker coming through. Throws it down. And the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. That'll belong to Domantas Sabonis. And coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me, because no one has found an answer for Nikola Jokic. He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double team him, he's going to create wide open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
Here's Brown. And it's all from 3-point range.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And Sabonis slams it in.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Nuggets really believe in Jamal Murray. Coach Michael Malone said, what I want from Jamal is to be himself. If he does that, all the other stuff will take care of itself. But I want him to challenge himself to be a leader and to do the things every day that got him to this point.
Well, Murray will always put in the work. We know that. Good stuff, Allie. Pass to Porter, and he'll take a trip to the line for two. Clearly got fouled on that shot. Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian, and for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it, and you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness. Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Jokic. Saric outside. Pass to Murray. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3. Murray's got 6.
Terrific up-tempo play by Murray. Gets the ball, and moments later, he has a shot up.
Here's Levine for 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Murray. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. For Denver, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And the Kings going with a whole new group out there. Fultz passes to DeRozan. Outside Monk. And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets. Here's DeRozan. He has 7. Crosses over. He takes it in.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Gordon. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a 3rd or 4th guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you've got to play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
Good. He hits the jumper. 9 points in the game. Denver leading by 6. Right side Watson. Pass to Strother for 3. On target from range.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Lyles a screen. Monk for 3. He drops it from range. Monk's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Gordon down low. Lyles on him. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Kings trail by 6. Here's Strother. And another 3 for Denver.
Hey, the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
Monk finds DeRozan. The shot. Again, the Kings score.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And here's Gordon from the arc. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Valanciunas. DeRozan outside. Back to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And check out how in sync Valanciunas is with the ball handler. They've clearly practiced that move plenty of times.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Strother. It's hauled in by DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for missing that one. That's just a blown opportunity.
Sweet little floater. DeRozan's got 13 now.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 15.
And he drops the first.
At the line for your Nuggets, Watson.
And And good on the second, so he makes them both. DeRozan outside. He gets it up. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Denver finishing the... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. They've got Peyton Watson, Zeke Naji out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Gordon with it, guarded by Valanciunas. Pass to Watson. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Back to Watson. Fires from deep. Drills it from deep. And the Nuggets lead by 13. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Lets it go. Hauled in by the Kings.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Monk for 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Here's Strother. Offline with a 3. Kings trail by 11. Monk passes to Lyles. 3-pointer. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Monk. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down. And it's Westbrook with the ball for Denver. Here's Watson. They get it back.
And talking about Gordon, just a freak athlete and ferocious dunker, a valuable role player on this team.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Gordon. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Gordon's got 9 points here in the second half.
And I like how Gordon lets the game come to him. That's why he's able to take over at times.
The Nuggets lead by 11. There's the triple. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Sinks it from distance.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Jokic. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now. Levine with it. Now Porter defending. And it's in there.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And the dunk by Jokic.
So crafty on these takes to the rim. Jokic senses when he should just look to drive.
Levine passes to Ellis. Levine surveys the D. And Levine, throw it down.
And that's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, Levine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Jokic finds Murray. Back to Jokic. The 3-ball. Again, Jokic missing.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Back to Levine. Lets it go from 11. Rebound by the Nuggets. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs. Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
2-second difference between shot and game clock.
That shot won't fly with Sabonis around. Nearly 7 feet tall, plus his reach. He creates serious coverage.
There's 14 seconds left in the final quarter. It's stolen by Saric. Here's Brown. Three-pointer off the mark. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us.
tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
Now Sacramento starting 5. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Now here's Murray. 5 to shoot. Murray is screen on Barnes. Levine. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Mobo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
For 3, Ingram. Oh, drew the foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised. And
At the line for 3.
Now, where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he makes all 3.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Levine kicks to Murray.
I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. For 3, Levine. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And here's Toronto. Here's Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Going for a dunk. Ingram uses that physicality, clearing the defense out of his way.
Murray sets a screen for Crowder. Traps in the tray.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
And Richard, you look back, Zach LaVine has been one of those microwave-type players. He can get hot in a blink of an eye.
Zach LaVine is one of those players that when he catches fire, there is nothing you can do about it. He can score from deep, multiple level scorer. When he gets going, ooh, it could be a problem.
Here's Dick after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Dick passes to Pirtle. 6 to shoot. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Unable to get that one. Crowder with it, now guarded by Ingram. Crowder kicks to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
I don't know where you've been, but everybody else knows that Zach LaVine, this man is an aerial artist. He makes the hardest dunks look so easy.
Here's Mobo. There's the drive. Nobody near Barnes. Nice form on the 20-footer.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Ellis. Now Levine. Ellis outside. Sabonis sets the pick for Ellis. No good on the 3. Raptors leading by 4. Dick with it, picked up by Ellis. Pirtle with a screen on Ellis. The kick out to Barnes. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Barnes has got 7.
And all the attention goes to Dick's jump shot, but he's a willing passer as well.
LaVine's shot is off.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
And it's Ingram missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Kings foul. Ellis. That is first personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Kings. 7-point differential. From past the arc. Connects from three-point range. 8 points for him.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And even with good coverage defensively, that he has... Oh, my goodness!
Man!
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his teammates, always on time and on target.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. For three, Murray, good on the three-point shot.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Dick. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
Pass to Fultz. Driving the lane and finished off by Fultz.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Good.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was a...
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Toronto.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
There's Boucher out there with Robinson. Then there's Emmanuel quickly. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Abaji in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
How about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times.
Fultz against quickly. Just 5 on the clock. And Valanciunas pulls it down. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 9 points. And it's DeRozan missing. Toronto shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
DeRozan passes to Lyles. DeRozan a screen. Jacks up a 3. Shot's good by Lyles. Lyles got himself on the board with 3 there. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim. But that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands, too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those lane moves, they can start to hurt, too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high-flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're gonna do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this
Trey Lyles taking 2 shots.
tell what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity, but Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. I guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. Valanciunas with a screen on Barrett. And DeRozan kicks to Fultz. Here's Lyles. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Lyles got 6 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is. Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Boucher kicks to Barrett. Launches it from deep. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. The Kings trail by 16. 1:04 left in the first half. Fultz, no good. Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Out to Barrett. Tries the spin move. Back to Quickly. Beyond the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 7 points in the game.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Basket counts.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Abaji the pass to Robinson. From outside the arc. They get it again. On the wing quickly. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And the Raptors lead by 20.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Lyles no good. It's tipped. That's tipped. And so it's Toronto closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Nice performance by Emmanuel Quickly.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
On the floor for Sacramento, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Crowder in at the three, the small forward. Pass to Mobo. Out to Ingram. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. Knocks down the three ball. Ingram's got 13.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
Dick with it, picked up by Ellis. Dick passes to Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pirtle sets the pick for Dick. Pass to Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
What a slam by Jakob. You could see the confidence that he plays with down low.
To end the run, here's Levine. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. 8 points for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film. The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
And it's Pirtle penetrating Dick. Back to Pirtle. Sabonis with the steal. Pirtle with the steal. Goes back up. Pass to Dick. The kick out to Barnes. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. And there's Dick. That's good on the assist by Barnes.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Murray sets a screen for Crowder. And the layup is good.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Toronto leading by 23. And a wide open look here for Ellis. And the 3 off target. Here's Mobo. Boom, he jams it straight down.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Murray finds Levine. Murray sets a screen for Levine. And the jam by Levine.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Ingram against Crowder. And that one's good. Ingram.
A natural-born scorer. Ingram is a walking bucket, and he can beat you in so many ways.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century that season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, it's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, you're just out there trying to win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Barnes kicks to Pirtle. Ingram a screen on Sabonis. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Is one of Pirtle's greatest strengths, his offensive rebound. He just has a nose for finding second chance points.
And another 3 for Sacramento.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Ingram wide open, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Ingram's got 18 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pirtle. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Here's Murray. Kicks it out to Ellis. In the corner, it's Levine. And there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Some changes for Sacramento. There's 10 seconds left in the third. DeRozan finds Monk. Back to DeRozan. over Barrett. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for the... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. R.J. Barrett is out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Agbaji in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. No good from Valanciunas. Raptors leading by 23. To the inside. Agbaji, the pass to Quickly. Outside Robinson. Pass to Boucher. Back to Robinson. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Lyles.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the 7-footer Valanciunas with the foul. A big who isn't just skilled, but also brings that toughness.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Here's Agbaji. He takes it in.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. DeRozan with a screen for Lyles. He can't get that one to fall. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
And that one's good quickly.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate. Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Here's Agbaji. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Valanciunas. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. A 3 from Quickly. Rebound by the Kings. Now, here's Lyles. Pass to Valanciunas. The 3. Lyles controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Barrett the pass to Agbaji. On the wing Quickly. Covered by Lyles. Boucher kicks to Quickly. Shot clock at 6. Agbaji can't get it to go. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Valanciunas dishes to Fultz. And close in the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
That's his first. And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. Just he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Murray comes in for Lyles. Crowder, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Monk. They get it back. Stolen by LaVine. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Dick, and he drops it in from the low post. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Brandon Ingram.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
It's good on the putback.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Levine finds Crowder. And Pirtle pulls it down. Here's Barnes. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Fultz gets it to go.
Showing off those playmaking skills, Levine keeps his head up, makes the easy play.
With some arc. No good that time. Murray with the defensive effort. Now here's Fultz. Dick defending. Fultz with a screen for Levine. Back to Fultz. Outside Levine. Pull from the top of the key. And the miss. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at center. And for the Raptors, we've got Brandon Ingram. He's out there with Grady Dick. Scotty Barnes is out there with Jakob Poeltl. And it's Mobo in at the 4. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now here's Ingram to the wing on the left. From the arc. Gordon pulls it in. And Gordon has got the ball here for Denver. Jokic passes to Gordon. Jokic the screen. Pass to Murray. Takes the 3. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
Murray could score without dominating the ball. And that time off the catch and shoot.
Here's Mobo. First quarter, just over a minute played. And here's Ingram outside, and the three-pointer goes.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Here's Dick, and that one is stuffed right through.
Not a lot of resistance from the D.
That's the last guy you want to leave open.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it. Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Let's send it out to Allie LaForce, who caught up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. Allie?
And obviously, facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Porter's shot is off. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And here's Ingram outside. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Ingram seems just more and more confident in his ability to shoot from the three-point line.
Here's the teardrop. They kick it out to Murray. The offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Mobo. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
Wait a minute. Jokic has got some vertical, too? Wow.
Pass to Ingram. Going inside. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Connects from downtown.
And he can stretch the range a little bit beyond the arc if he wants to. Jokic, dangerous out there.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success. You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Here's Brown. Gordon with a screen on Poeltl. Jokic passes to Gordon. Here's Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Gordon. And that misses. That would have put him up.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
With the floater, and that's a foul called on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
For Denver, they've got half their attempts to go, 6 of 12. And the basket by Jokic.
Gotta be so fun to play with a player like Jokic. You never know what he's gonna do next, but it's usually pretty good.
Here's Ingram. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here's Gordon from the arc. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists now in this one.
And the defense having no time to get to Aaron Gordon. Automatic.
Ingram with a screen on Murray. Dick, the pass to Ingram. Here's Mobo. They need this. Not going to go that time. It's been all about Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets. He had solid production this quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. They've got Peyton Watson, Zeke Naji out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Strother in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Quickly. Barrett with it, guarded now by Watson. Here's Abaji. And a miss there on the triple. Denver leading by 4 after years of competing for championships and winning one. Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Manuel Quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. 4 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get one up. Saric. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Saric has got his first basket. Pass to Battle. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Naji.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now here's Westbrook. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And there's the screen. Here's Naji. Pass to Westbrook. Fires for 3. That shot missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Here's Battle. Saric covers. Back to Quickly. Pulls up on the wing. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
Sweet shooting touch from the confident guard. Quickly's role is to score as often as possible.
Here's Watson. Pass to Strother. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in a game is add more time to the clock.
The 3 from Quickly. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Outside Watson. Pass to Strother. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Raptors. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Here's Battle. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
They double him with Barrett. Saric, the pass to Westbrook. Outside Watson. Pass to Saric. Jacks up a three. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Taking 3 shots.
And he nails the third. Looking at the Raptors, Brent, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, I felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, BA. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again.
Pass to Strother. Stolen by Quickly. Knocked away. He goes up. Oh, rejected by Boucher. He got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Denver. They lead by a bucket. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Nikola Jokic.
He's been a real difference maker today in terms of reeling in offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
We've got Jakob Poeltl. Dick is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Barnes, and it's Mobo in at the power forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Jokic's shot is good.
And Jokic just making this look way too easy.
Here's Dick. Outside for Ingram. Pass to Mobo. Outside Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Ingram. Releases. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. The Nuggets lead by 4. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Here's Brown. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Brown's got 6.
And that's what he's known for, right? His ability to scan the floor and find open guys.
And the dunk by Poeltl.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
They got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Porter from outside. Mobo with the rebound. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Poeltl. Pass to Mobo. Back to Poeltl. Outside for Ingram. From deep. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in the game. Outside Murray. And here's Gordon. Now Jokic. He's got 13. Right side Porter. Back to Jokic. Over Poeltl. And too long on the shot. The Raptors have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Outside for Ingram. Pass to Mobo. Back to Ingram. Launches it. Pure from 3-point range. And now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. In the paint. Jokic going off.
The marriage of a big man and touch. There it was from Jokic.
Ingram on the wing. And stolen by Jokic. And they're on the run. Here's Gordon. And he comes up with a bucket. And now a 6-point Nugget lead.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Bobo gets the bucket.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Right wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic. Second chance shot. Jokic just out muscling the defense.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Pass to Mobo. Now here's Pirtle. Driving to the basket. Over Jokic. Outside for Ingram. Over Murray. The shot by Ingram, no good. Denver leading by 6. 27 seconds left in the third. Back to Jokic. Left side Porter goes back up. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 5 assists in the game.
And Porter with good focus just to find some room in the mid-range.
Ingram, the pass to Barnes. Barnes with a screen on Gordon. And here's Ingram outside. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Nuggets, Dario Saric is out there with Zeke Naji. Then it's Peyton Watson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. 8-point game. Pass to Battle. Here's Abaji. They set the screen. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Here's Strother. Pass to Watson. Saric outside. From downtown. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Here's Abaji. Outside Barrett. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
I'm impressed with R.J. Barrett and his body control when he's around the basket like that. Good finish.
Outside Watson. Saric, high post. Here's Strother. Fires the 3. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Outside Barrett. Pass to Abaji. And here's Boucher. Quickly outside. Drives to the hoop. Back to Boucher. From the arc. Gets the three to fall. And now it's just a 4-point Denver lead.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Over to the wing. Pass to Strother. Here's Najee, covered by Boucher. Here's Watson. And he can't get that one. Some solid defense from Barrett. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Quickly outside. Pass to Barrett. Kicks it to Quickly. From outside the arc. Westbrook with the rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul of the game. And Denver will go for a different look here. Jokic is checked in for Najee. Gordon comes in for Šarić. Brown's checked in for Strother. And Murray subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Jokic. Here's Watson. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Watson's got his first 2 points.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Quickly with the ball. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Pirtle, the pass to Ingram. Barnes the screen. Back to Pirtle. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pass to Ingram. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Now here's Jokic. Screen by Watson. Here's Brown. Back to Jokic. Here's Watson. Off target with the three. On offense, here come the Raptors. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Here's Barnes.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
That's his second personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that brings him within 5. Boucher's checked in for Pirtle, and he makes both free throws. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Jokic. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Here's Toronto with the ball. Boucher a screen on Gordon. Now Boucher. Outside Ingram. From behind the arc. He connects! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1. For 3, Gordon. Off on that one. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Go.